You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Essentia. A better you starts with better hydration. Essentia is on a mission to inspire people to do what matters most. Their proprietary ionization process transforms water from any source into ionized alkaline water, providing water that's 99.9% pure with a pH of 9.5 or higher. Essentia Overachieving H2O, the #1 ionized alkaline water. Shop now.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
How's this? I'll ask a question.
What question?
Jazz question. Hey, you get it right. We roll.
I know everything there is to know about Miles. Lay it on me.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Welcome to a very special Lay It On Me episode of Triviality. We're going to be having a guest on the show today. Adam, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good. So Adam will be joining us for one of my favorite subjects. He said that he's a huge fan of Futurama. A few of us in the studio, including myself, are, so I was more than happy to oblige. So I will be asking a few questions. Ken, Matt, and Neil are all in the studio. I think Ken's got some questions for us too.
Yeah, I'll definitely throw a few in here for Adam. Adam is a listener of the show, and we appreciate that. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thanks for having me on, by the way. Neil is a friend of my sister's, which is how we met, and he told me about the show. I love it. It's hilarious. I listen to it every week. And we were talking at a 4th of July barbecue about how I like Futurama. You guys were saying you were doing a Futurama episode, so it just kind of worked out.
All right, cool, man. Well, if you're ready, we can get started.
Jeff, lay it on me.
You got it. First question for you. In the episode, A Big Piece of Garbage, Fry and Leela encounter a pile of these dolls.
Bart Simpson dolls.
That would be Bart Simpson. Well
Nice.
done.
Love that episode.
It's one of the many Simpsons references on the show.
Yeah.
It is one of the many Simpsons references on the show. It's the one that I like the most, very early. There's a lot of really good ones when I was looking at this, specifically because I wanted to make sure there weren't any Homer dolls or anything in there. I looked at the photo, and I was going back through Simpsons episodes, and there's a lot of really great crossovers there too. Bender appears in a Fox telethon on The Simpsons, so there's a lot of cool synergy there. Question number 2. Who ordered the pizza for I.C. Wiener?
That would be Nibbler.
Nibbler is correct. So, and one of my favorite parts of the show, Nibbler pushes Fry into the freezing tube, the cryo tube. Yeah, that's a better word for it. In season 4, and I kind of wonder. Matt Groening is one of those people who tends to plan those kinds of things. So I went back immediately, grabbed my season 1 DVDs. Sure enough, Nibbler's shadow is in season 1, episode 1, 4 seasons ahead of time.
Yep.
I was so impressed by that. I absolutely had to ask that question.
It's crazy because there never would have been that reveal if it had been canceled after season 2 or 3.
There would just be the shadow in season 1.
Yeah.
So it's comforting to know that they planned all this ahead of time.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun Easter eggs and things like that. Question number 3. It wouldn't be a Futurama trivia game without a math question. A couple of the producers and writers actually have doctorates in mathematics. One of them, in the episode where they're switching heads, there is the Keeler theorem that comes out of that. An actual paper was written about it. How many people would you need basically to switch everybody's head back if you could only switch with one other person in sequence? So here is my easier Futurama math question. In the 7th season, episode 2D Blacktop, the professor and Leela have a drag race on this one-sided surface named for one of its German discoverers.
Ooh, man. That's my little caveat with this. The later seasons I'm not too up to date on. I watched the crap out of the first 5, so I'm going to have to tap out on this one. I'm not too sure.
I think that was the Mobius strip.
That would be a Mobius strip or Mobius band, depending on who you ask. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These sound hard, and I don't watch the show.
A Mobius strip is really cool. If you guys at home want to look that up, just look up a picture of what that would theoretically look like. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, so a Mobius strip is basically a one-sided shape, but you can only render it in 3 dimensions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a new craze for women when they go to get waxed. They ask for the Mobius strip.
All right, I'm going to jump in here with a quick question. What is the name of Zap Brannigan's ship?
Oh, man, this is going to kill me. I definitely know this. Come on, Adam.
And if you think Harry Potter, that might be a good clue for you.
Yeah.
In fact, in writing this question, I wrote the reference from Harry Potter and then realized I was incorrect and went back and corrected it.
Right. Let's see. 10 more seconds and I'll hold on. This is going to bother the crap out of me because I know this one.
As soon as you hear it, it's going to be that,
I know, I'm going to be so angry. Okay. All right, yeah, go for it.
All right, that is the Nimbus.
The Nimbus. Oh, come on, man. I knew it. Bothered me.
You're finding that it's hard once you're on the air to come up with the right answer sometimes.
Yeah, I hope I don't embarrass myself on this.
No, not at all. It's all in good fun. Go ahead, Jeff. Jeff, you want to go with the next one?
Sure. On to question 5. In the episode Hell is Other Robots, where would you find Robot Hell?
Oh, that would be New Jersey.
That would be New Jersey.
Fitting.
One of my favorite running gags in the show. All right, on to question 6. What is the name of Futurama's Twilight Zone-like program?
The Scary Door.
The Scary Door. Well played.
Love that one.
Yeah, it's featured in a couple episodes, but my favorite one is the gambler finds himself on the plane with Hitler.
The gremlin tearing apart.
The gremlin up.
And Bender simply says, "Saw it coming." All right, I'll jump in here with one. Fry becomes the emperor of this planet in the episode My Three Sons.
Man, I don't remember the exact name of the planet. I just know it was the desert planet with the 3 suns. The water people. Ooh. It has a name? Ouch, I don't even remember that.
Well, the name does reference the 3 suns, so maybe that'll help you.
Yeah, no, I know for a fact I don't know the name of it. I remember the people. That's it.
Okay. Well, the planet was called Trisol.
Trisol, okay. Ooh, that was a good question.
All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, Sol for sun.
Yes.
Nice.
It's right in the question.
That's funny.
So out of the 7 questions so far, you have 4 correct and 3 incorrect.
Okay. I wish I'd be doing better. I thought I knew this.
Yeah, you're still in the winning column though. So.
I think you're doing pretty well. These questions, as Ken, I thought they were pretty easy. Ken said they're on the harder side, so don't feel too bad there.
Okay.
Yeah, W's a W, so.
Yeah, that last question was one they asked me, and I was like, the desert planet with the water people.
Yeah,
so
right.
we're on the same page there.
The people from under this sun are all like,
Yeah.
oh. All right, question 8. What was the first, albeit rejected, name for poplars?
Oh, come on. I know this one too. These are all ones that, like, when I go back and rewatch the episode, I will never forget them now. Poplars. Man, it's an early one. God.
I tried to stick a lot of the early ones. I knew that's what your focus was on.
Right.
If you remember this one, there's only 2 names that aren't copywritten, one being poplars and the other being this one they choose not to go with.
This is one that okay. Besides the Nimbus, I know I could definitely get this one too.
You got a little hint, maybe?
I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Not to be confused with Rocky Mountain oysters on a stick.
Okay. Didn't help much, but I appreciate it. I remember they were being sold out of, what was it? The Joe's?
Fishy Joe's.
Yep, there it is, yeah.
If he asked the Fishy Joe's question, he would have nailed it.
I know, right? It's a testicles, right?
Tasticles. There you go.
Yes, it did help. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, not to be confused with test sickles,
Right,
which
I was
are
right about the same.
Rocky Mountain oysters on a stick.
Much like Fry's upper human horn, he finally pulled it out.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Their nose.
well done.
Thank you. That was a good question.
All right, here's a question for you. According to the episode, War is the H word. What is Bender's second most frequently uttered word?
Do you remember his first?
I know ass is his first word. I think it's daffodil. I'm going to go daffodil.
It is daffodil. Yep, you're right.
Yes.
There's a whole big lead up, of course, because the top 5 is supposed to be his signature phrase. The one that, in fact, he actually says is his very first lines in the show. And yeah, they throw that one in there. I always love that one.
It was bite my shiny metal ass. They left out mine, put in daffodil, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Or metal, I suppose it would be.
Oh, metal,
Right.
okay. Yeah, there it is.
Which is really funny because Bender always goes on about how he's 40% all these things. So he's about 200% of things by the end of the show. Question 10. Rounding out the first half with an easier one, I think. What is the name of the Planet Express janitor?
Oh, Scruffy.
Scruffy.
Scruffy with his haircut. He wants to get more pizzazz.
And now that you're pulling away a little bit, I'm going to offer up this question, which isn't so much about the show, more about the production of the show. So Zapp Brannigan was specifically written for this SNL alum who Billy West impersonates while in character for Zapp Brannigan.
Neil would probably honestly get this one over me. I'm pretty bad with like names of like people, like actors, stuff like that. So this one might not be in my wheelhouse. I'm gonna pass this off to Neil.
All right, hopefully I'll give him a point. Just from knowing the clue, is Phil Hartman?
Yeah, you might remember him from such shows as The Simpsons and News Radio.
Troy McClure, of course.
Troy McClure.
Was his famous character from The Simpsons, among others.
Question 12. Hail, hail this planet, a planet Bender definitely didn't make up.
Hail, hail, Rabonia, a planet I didn't make up.
Rabonia, yep.
Sorry, I know there's no singing. I'm sorry.
No, guests can sing. We just can't.
We want to limit it as much as possible.
I love that he quotes us when there's no singing. It's hilarious.
Okay, I'll jump in here. I just want to know, what is the name of the professor's arch rival scientist?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna get this one. If I miss this, I will never forgive myself. Wernstrom, I got it.
Yep,
Professor
Ogden Wernstrom. Right now, you're 9-4, so you're cruising along here.
Question 14. Fry left very few things behind when he left 1999. One of them was his ex-girlfriend. What's her name?
One name pops into my head right away, but I don't think that's it. My on-again, off-again girlfriend for the last 1,000 years. This silence is brutal, too. It's hurting me.
Well, Amy you might be thinking of Amy Wong.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking Amy. I know that's they had a little fling in one of those episodes, but I know that's not it.
There's a couple of them. Of course, then Amy famously has a fling with Bender.
And then Bender has a fling with Lucy Liu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, who wouldn't want to fling with Lucy Liu?
Well, it's Lucy Liu as a clone robot.
Not the actress, or she just called Lucy Liu?
No, the actress is on the show as the voiceover.
Oh, okay. Fry dates the robot Lucy Liu,
and Bender dates the actual
real Lucy Liu's head
in a jar. That's right. They go to the zoo together, and he opens up the door to talk to Lucy Liu, and then I believe he says one of his famous lines, something like "Shut up, baby, I know it," or what does he say to her? I'm trying to remember.
He's living inside her cargo compartment or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think we're getting further away from the girlfriend question.
It's true.
Sorry. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm thinking of the episode where he watches her drive off with that one movie star in the limo when they're in L.A.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore. Yeah.
The Weasel.
'Tis better to have loved and lost, n'est-ce pas?
Michelle. It's Michelle.
Michelle's correct. Pulled it out.
Yes.
There's no prize for this.
I know, God. This show is, I go to sleep watching this show, so whenever I miss these easier questions, I'm just gonna be so upset.
You're doing pretty good so far. With one question remaining, it looks like you have 10 right, just 4 wrong. So we'll check in with Tom Cruise after this last question, but we'll see what happens.
In the season 1 episode, Fry and the Slurm Factory, what device developed by the professor do Fry and Bender use to look inside Slurm cans?
Is it the Z-Ray? Is that the letter? The Z-Ray?
Oh, I wrote...
F-Ray.
What?
Is it the F-Ray?
It is the F-Ray.
I said the Z-Ray first, though, so don't give me points for that. But, yeah, I know it was between those two.
Yeah.
Okay, well, by your request, I'll mark you wrong for it. But you still did 10 out of 15 correct. So let's check in with Tom Cruise really quick and see what he thinks. Okay, looks like you're safe this week, Adam. So good job on the lay it on me. I think Jeff wanted to run a couple extra questions that we could all just chime in on and have a little fun on.
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
In the episode Mars University, what fraternity does Bender attend?
I think it's like Delta 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 or something.
No, it's Robot House, isn't it?
Robot House, yes, but the fraternity ERR, if that helps anybody.
Epsilon.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely don't know this one. I just remember the president, Robot House.
Epsilon Rho Rho.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. To the nearest $1 billion, how much does Fry have in the bank in the episode A Fishful of Dollars?
It's that compounding interest.
It's true.
The number 60 comes out to me for some reason, so I'm going to say 60 billion.
Any other guesses?
No.
4.3.
Okay. I don't know why 60 was coming up.
60
I was
billion.
going to say 4.
It's a lot of sardines.
Yeah.
In the episode Fear of a Bot Planet, Bender makes up this fake religious robot holiday to get out of doing work.
It's Robonica.
Robonica, yep.
Yeah, Robonica. Episode 2 of Series 1. The series has landed. The gang visits this park on the moon. What's its name?
Oh, no, yeah, all I remember is that the giant robot, the daughter robot, I don't remember the actual name of the park, when they try and find the flag.
Crushinator?
Crushinator, yep.
Or Whalers.
No, go for it, I don't know this one.
I think it's just called Lunar Park or something like that.
It's just called Lunar Park, yep. I tried, because I'm thinking of these off the top of my head, I tried not to say Lunar Park in the question. What club will you often find people at, including Leela in the episode Love's Labor's Lost in Space, looking for companionship?
Oh, man.
This one's ringing no bells for me.
Oh, I think I got this one too. I think it's like Club Orbit or Orbit Club or something like that.
No, that would be the hip joint.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is this the club where, like, at the end of the night it started raining like robot parts, or is that a different one that I'm thinking
I don't remember explicitly. They visit this place a few times. Fry takes Michelle there in the season 2 episode when she's in the future. Early in season 1, they go there a few times. So,
I think maybe the restaurant, the fancy restaurant, is called the Orbit. The Orbit
Lounge. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's also a Cavern Under the Green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's specifically for Ken.
Oh, thanks.
What is sex called on Amazonia?
That would be Snoo Snoo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Baby, it'll blow your mind.
I never thought I would die that way, but I always kind of hoped.
And the last question for all of you. I'll throw in a wrestling question.
Yeah.
What is Bender's primary wrestling name in Raging Bender?
I remember this episode too, and I can't come up with it.
I remember the gender bender. Before that, though. Man, these are... I'm glad you didn't incorporate these into the actual game, because that would have been way worse than... I'm going to have to pass this one. Do you guys know it?
I got nothing.
I'm wondering if it's... so, Bender's cross-dressing in that episode, I believe. Maybe it's like Benderella or something like that?
It's Bender the Offender.
What's the Cinderella reference? Crusherella or Benderella?
That one's not coming to me. I don't remember what episode that is, though, off the top of my head. Raging Bender is the one early on where he gets into the Robot Fighting League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he starts winning a lot, basically. He gets super popular, super rich, and then they end up wanting him to lose a fight when he goes up against that other giant robot. So then they try and make him really unpopular, and they make him the gender bender and give him the tutu.
Oh, okay. That's where that's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much, Adam, for coming on the show. You did really well. I know these are tougher questions. Hopefully you had fun. I had fun writing them.
Oh, yeah, I had a blast. Thanks again for having me, guys. This was awesome. Great questions.
You're very welcome. You can find us on Facebook, tweet at us at Triviality Pod. Support us if you are enjoying the show and have the ability to at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. Feel free to send us all of your questions. We'd prefer that tweet at us, put them on Facebook, or you can email us, trivialitypodcast@gmail.com. Put question 5 in the subject line if you want us to read us on the show. Other than spreading the word, please rate, review, and subscribe. That was Triviality.
Number 10, Chump. Number 9, Chumpette. Number 8, Yours. Number 7, Up. Number 6, Pimp Mobile. Number 5, Bite. Number 4, My. Number 3, Shiny. Number 2, Daffodil. And Bender's number 1 most frequently uttered word, the word which, if uttered, will blow up this entire planet, ass. We don't have long.